Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 12 of my Billions and Billions challenge. In today's episode, I'm going to be working in my workshop, adding a few things to it, so let's get started. The first thing I'm actually going to do is a really quick upgrade to my ME system at large, and that is going to be just replacing this ME glass cable, this basic glass cable here with some of the denser variety. So let's get started with that. The first piece right here is a smart cable, and that will tell me how many channels are connected. As you can see up at the top of the screen, top center of the screen, I have 4 of the 32 channels used, so that is very useful information. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply remove all of the glass cable I have right here and just replace it with the dense variety, because the regular cable that I have used in the past right here, it can only carry 8 channels. The dense cable can carry 32 channels, so that is going to be useful for me moving forward. And in fact, it's going to be useful for me in this episode because I'm going to be using more than 8 channels off of this line right here. Looks like I missed a little connection right there, or missed tidying that up right there, but that's okay. I can tidy that up later. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I have my stuff with me right here that I need. Is I'm going to build a Tinker's Construct smeltery to actually automatically produce ender pearls, and I'm going to build it in the basement right here. So I need to figure out exactly where I want this to go. It will be a semi-large structure, so let's see here. I do want to place it... Let's place it almost in the corner here. Actually, let's move it just one away from the corner. Okay, so the Tinker's Construct smeltery is a multi-block structure that requires quite a few different things. So first off, let's get some of the things that I know I need for this particular build. I'm going to be using lava buckets for right now. In the future, it will probably automatically produce the lava, but for right now, I'm not really going to be able to do that. Actually, I probably could if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to worry about that part of the build right now. I just want to get this up and running. Let's see here. I think I need the lever. Okay, I'm going to have just enough inventory. Actually, I'm not going to have quite enough because I need the aluminum and the copper ingots as well. But that's okay for right now. So the multi-block structure consists of mainly seared bricks, but it also needs a smeltery controller. And for it to be useful, you will also need a seared tank and a smeltery drain. So the multi-block structure, how I'm going to build it anyways, is going to be something like this. And I think... I'm not sure where I want to put the drain just yet. I think I'm going to put it right here, as a matter of fact. So the tank is actually going to hold... Okay, I don't want that stuff in there. I don't know how that got in there, but whatever. So when this fires up, it tells you that the multi-block structure is valid and complete, and that it can be used. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to throw the lava buckets into this tank right here, and that is so the smeltery can function and it can melt things down. So there we go with that. The next thing is I want to put a smeltery drain on this, and I think I'm going to put it right here. And I think I'm actually going to put the spout over to the side if I can do this. I'm not 100% sure if I can, but I'm going to try it. Otherwise, I might have to put it right here. But the faucet just allows me to pour out the liquids. So the next thing I'm going to do is let's actually set this to 1x1 mode, because I'm going to do a little bit of digging here. And actually, I'm probably going to do a little bit here as well, because the next thing I want to do is I want to put my casting table right here. But I want to go ahead and do a little bit more than just a casting table. I want to put a hopper with this modular storage unit underneath it. So let's empty the modular storage unit for right now. Let's pick it up, and let's actually place down the modular storage unit here in just a second. We're going to be placing that right here, and I'm going to have a hopper to automatically take the items that come to the casting table into this modular storage unit down here. So that's going to work like so. So what I need to do now is I need to throw in one copper ingot and 3 aluminum ingots. And what I'm making is what is known as aluminum brass. This will allow me to make casts, and I need to make a cast of a gem. I think it's a gem cast is what it's called. And I'm going to use an emerald to do that. So right now I have just aluminum in there, but once this copper gets melted up, I will have aluminum brass. So there we go, and I should be able to put this down and make a cast. Fantastic. And so what I can do in the future is throw in resonant endstone into this automatically, and then I should be able to pour that out and make ender pearls. And I'll show you that recipe just real fast. Resonant ender, where are you? You're here. And actually, let me just find the smeltery. Actually, yeah, I can just make it in the smeltery. Let's see here. I don't want alloying recipes. I want pouring recipes. So as you can see, gem, if I have a gem cast, which I do right up here, 1 gem's worth of resonant ender makes an ender pearl. And that's going to be really, really useful because I don't have a mob farm yet, but I do have a bunch of this resonant endstone from my void ore miner over at my old base, so I will be able to make ender pearls on demand. So that's going to be fantastic. Actually, not on demand. I shouldn't have said that. It's going to be automatically functioning all the time. So the next thing I need to do is I need to automatically get the ender pearls into the smeltery. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to empty out the rest of this aluminum brass by making blank casts. And as you can see, the blank cast actually automatically got hoppered down in here, but the gem cast did not. So that's a really useful function that they added or they put into the casting table, that finished products will be hoppered out, whereas unfinished products such as casts will not. So let's go ahead and put this cast back. These blank casts are just kind of scrap. I can remelt them down in the future to get my aluminum brass back, but for right now I'm just going to keep them as casts. So I think if I just put an export bus right here and tell it to export resonant endstone, it should be able to do that directly into the smeltery. And let's go ahead and hook this up to my ME system, and I should be able to just run this directly through here. And I do have this in single mode right now. So if I go ahead and connect this up, we should see this the device missing channel change to device online, and it is throwing it in here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to add an intermediary step, and I was kind of afraid of this, but what I need is I actually need to melt this down, and I'm gonna burn myself. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so what I need is an igneous extruder. I actually have one made up for the next phase of my project, but I'm going to not an igneous extruder, my bad. It's a magma crucible. So let's go ahead and grab that. You know what, let's just make a new one. I can make one really, really fast. I should be able to anyways. So if I type in magma crucible, I know the only thing that I need are these nether bricks. I have everything else pre-made. So there's my magma crucible. I am going to need some of this redstone flux duct. So let's throw away some of the scrap that we don't need. Let's also grab some stone and some stone covers and stone facades, because I do want to tidy things up at the end of the episode, just to make everything look nice. And let's go back down here. So what I need to do is, I'm actually going to move this structure. So let's move this to be right here, because in the side here, I'm actually going to I'm going to have my magma crucible over there. So let's go ahead and put this down right here. The magma crucible can directly export items into the smeltery right here. So we're going to be input through the top. I'm going to have my export bus here. It will be exporting resonant endstone just like before. And let's hook that up real fast to the ME system. And then I need to get this thing power as well. So I need to figure out, I have power over here, I think. Yes. Okay, so I can just drop this down, and let's go ahead and change this to 1x2 mode. And then grab my flux duct. And then I should be able to pretty easily just run this over and down. And then this will be pretty easy to tidy up at the end of the episode. So this is working. It will make resonant ender, and then the resonant ender should come into the smeltery here. And then I need to set up a mechanism to automatically pour out the ender pearls. So I can do that here in just a second, but I do want to... Yes, my cast is in here. I thought it was. I thought it got hoppered in. So let's grab this back. Let's put this here. And that's not spectacular placement, but that's okay. And then hopper. Actually, I might want to change how I'm doing this. I think I am. As you can see, this is full or filling up quickly with resonant ender. What I'm going to do real fast is I'm going to craft another smeltery drain, which isn't too hard, and I'm going to add another smeltery drain to the structure. So the smeltery drain is a really easy recipe here. And just to make things just a little bit neater is why I want to do this. I'm going to add the smeltery drain over here. One of the cool things about the smeltery is that it... Okay, I thought it kept its inventory. Apparently it doesn't. Maybe it did so in the past and doesn't now, but that's okay. I'm just going to have this over here. And let's go ahead and pick this up and then this up. And then over here, and why I want to do this is because I want to have a storage bus on this so that I can have access, my ME system will have access to all of the ender pearls in the system. So let's throw the hopper right here. Let's throw the, I don't have any ender pearls made yet. I can fix that really quick like. So there's an ender pearl. It doesn't take very long to harden at all. I already had ender pearls. I'm dumb. Okay, whatever. Stick that storage bus on there. Tell it to only store ender pearls, and I'm going to have this as a positive priority. So anytime I have ender pearls that I throw into my ME system, they should come into this modular storage unit. Let's go ahead and throw the ender pearls in here, and then I just need to connect this up to my ME system, and then I will have access to the ender pearls in this system. So let's go ahead and throw this facade on here real quick, and then that's kind of in the way, but that's okay. I can just do this. It doesn't look super fantastic, but that's okay. I won't be down here very often. Okay, so now I need a system to automatically pour the ender pearls, and I can do that fairly easily with some redstone and a timer. I'm using the timer from RF Tools, but you can use basically any timer you want. As you can see, the redstone actually activates the faucet here. I do want this delay to be a little bit longer. Let's call it 60 ticks for right now. It doesn't need to be super fast because I don't actually have any resonant endstone automatically coming into my system right now. I'm going to have this lever here so that I can pause this system whenever I turn this lever on. And does that give it enough time? It doesn't give it enough time. So let's actually do 80 ticks, and let's see if that's enough time for it to cycle out before it pulses twice. It looks like it's going to be. It's going to be close. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so anytime I want to shut this system off, I can just flip this lever, and that'll shut off the timer, and that'll stop it from pouring. But for right now, we can just have it always on. So that is complete, I believe. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy this area up, and then I will be right back. Now that I have all of that cleaned up, the next thing I'm going to do is build a system that automatically makes cobblestone, stone, glass, obsidian, and some other minor value stuff that I would like to have a lot of laying around. Okay, so the first thing I need is cobblestone generators, and I'm using the cobblestone generators from NuclearCraft. You can use just about any cobblestone generation technique that you, or block that you can use. You can also make cobblestone in the vanilla fashion, which is always kind of nifty to do, but I'm not going to do that just today. So let's go ahead and find a spot for my cobblestone generator. Let's put it right here, and actually let's put, I have a plan drawn up somewhere of exactly how I want to do this. So I'm going to need 3 different outputs. So actually I'm going to dig down right here, and I'm going to put another cobblestone generator here, and my first modular storage unit will be here. This will just house cobblestone, and I do want to have a storage bus on that. So we're going to tell it to configure to what's already in there, which is cobblestone, and I'm going to set this to a positive 1000 priority. So basically anytime I throw cobblestone into my ME system, it will go into here if it can. Okay, so the next thing I want to do with the cobblestone is I actually want to furnace it with a redstone furnace to make stone. So let's go ahead and hook up a furnace right here. I'm going to have it automatically input from the left and output to the right to another modular storage unit. And that will be stone, and I can actually manually tell this that it will only be stone when I set up this storage bus here. So we'll only hold stone, and let's say positive 1000 priority again. And that's the last of that line. Okay, so over here, let's see. Let's do my magma crucible back here. That's the wrong machine. The magma crucible will melt down cobblestone. Let's put it like this. It'll be automatically input from the right, output to the back. It will make the cobblestone into lava, and that lava will flow to an igneous extruder. And yeah, that'll be fine if I put it like that. And actually I can, let's pick that up just a second. I'm going to put my water in the wall here because the igneous extruder needs water and lava to make obsidian. Let's put this back. It should get the water from the back. Let's actually change this before we start getting any resources. And then it should also be input from the left. It should output to the right. And this will be obsidian. It will make obsidian extremely slowly, but it will make obsidian, so that's going to be pretty useful. I'm going to put a storage bus on this, and I'm going to actually set this to a negative priority for right now because I don't want things accidentally flowing into here. I don't have any obsidian on me, so I can't manually configure the bus just yet, but that's going to be okay. So the next thing I want to do is the cobblestone is I want to pulverize it again. So let's add a pulverizer, automatically input from the modular storage with cobblestone. And then let's see here, what do I do with this? There's going to be actually 2 different outputs here. So one of them is going to be outputting to the back, and I think I want the red to the back and the yellow to the right. The yellow will be sand, and I'm actually probably going to impulse item duct that out, but let's not worry about that just yet. Let's actually get rid of some spare cobblestone because that's bothering me. And then I'm going to, this pulverizer will make sand or gravel and sand. We're going to pulverize the gravel again. So let's set this up to be input from the left and output to the right. And this will actually have 2 outputs as well. So let me see here. Actually, I'm probably going to want to rotate this machine. So this needs to be blue now. Let's do this as yellow, I think. No, this will be red. This needs to be red because this will be sand. And then this over here can be the yellow output, and that will be, I think, flint. So let's go ahead and set up the modular storage for that. Let me double check this. Yeah, that'll be flint. And let's set up this ME storage bus right here. I'm going to set this to negative priority again because I don't have flint on me. This will be outputting sand in the secondary output and sand as the primary output. So let's go ahead and set up a modular storage unit for sand. And I need an impulse item duct right here to get the sand in from this pulverizer into here. And then I'm going to have a redstone furnace here. It will be automatically input from the back and output, let's do to the top. And this will make glass. And that will be that right there. Okay, so I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something because I had exactly as many of these as I needed. So what am I missing here? And the way I set this up is going to be kind of messy to figure this out. Okay, I'm gonna set this to negative priority once again because I don't have any glass on me. And this needs to go right here as well. Negative priority once again. I'm missing something. What am I not storing? I'm storing the sand. I'm obviously storing the obsidian. The stone. Am I storing the stone? Yeah, duh. It'll be right here. I don't think I'm storing the gravel is what I'm not storing. I'm not... I probably should store the gravel. I was going to say I'm not going to worry about it, but I probably should. Okay, so where do I make the gravel? Okay, I'm making it here. I'm going to need to change quite a bit of this. Unfortunately. So this will make gravel as the primary output. I'm going to need a modular storage unit here. And let's set that into negative priority. And then the gravel needs to be pulverized again. And let's set this right here. In from the back automatically. And then, oh shoot, I need to spin this around again. I'm doing the same thing I did earlier. Okay, that should be good. It needs to be automatically pull from the right side. The secondary output can be to the left here. The primary can be out the back. And then modular storage unit needs to go right here. My furnace, let's actually place it right here. And it can be input from either side. The pulverizer. Yeah, I think that's right. And then this. Okay. So I think everything's all organized now. Let's go ahead and set these to negative priority real fast. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to get all of these machines power because they do not currently have power. I think right somewhere around here I have power. So let's set this to 1x2 mode, which it already was. Okay, whoops. I did not mean to destroy that. And then let's see here. I think this will be the best spot to do this from. I just need to make sure to get all of the machines, otherwise I'm going to have a bad time. Okay, so that's that. Either side right here and here, I think. Okay, so I think that'll be all of the machines. Let's drop that down, connect that up, and we can hear things happening. So that's a good sign. Let's cover this back up. I think I'm done with it. And then let's see if we're starting to get some stuff here. The redstone furnace is going. We've got some stone. The magma crucible operates extremely slowly, so we're not gonna see that thing finish up anytime soon. The pulverizer here is making gravel and sand. Haven't made any sand yet. The gravel comes over here, comes into this pulverizer, and then we should get some sand, and then this should fire up. I do want to automatically input. This is why we test things. Okay, so now all I need to do is I need to hook all of these storage buses up to my ME system, and it looks all right. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look terrible either. So let's go ahead and punch through. Let's set this back to 1x1 mode. We can connect this up through right here. Okay, so cool. Now I have a system that will automatically make and store cobblestone, sand, gravel, obsidian, other stuff like that. Other things I forgot to mention. But anyways, that's going to be super useful, especially for the stone and, say, like the glass and obsidian. Obsidian is just kind of a pain to gather. But now I have a system to automatically build it. So I think that's a pretty good wrapping up point. In today's episode, I set up this system over here to automatically make ender pearls from my resonant endstone that I have lots of. And that's going to be fantastic because I didn't have any source of ender pearls other than ender lily plants, and those just grow really, really slow. So my source of ender pearls was not very viable long term anyways. And then I also built this system over here that will automatically make cobblestone, sand, glass, gravel, obsidian, stone, and something else I'm blanking on at the moment. But yeah, that's going to be super, super useful. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's episode, feel free to drop a like down below. If you enjoy watching automation type stuff in modern Minecraft, definitely consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.